Calculate lower and upper bounds if each of the number is correct to the nearest two significant figures. So here you have to find lower and upper bound of this fraction. Okay, and how do we find out? We find out in this way. See, to get the lower bound, it is a fraction. So I should take lower bound in the numerator by upper bound in the denominator. Clear? In division, one should be lower, other should be upper. So you start with lower, denominator upper, the resultant will be lower. Okay, now. So for 100 you take lower bound, and in the denominator, for 4.5 you should take upper bound, even for 6.0 also you should take upper bound. Its multiplication here both upper, then only result will be upper. Okay. Now, to get the upper bound, it's a fraction, division. To get upper bound you should start with upper bound, and the denominator should be lower bound. Clear? Now, I should take upper bound of 100 by, here both I should take lower because it's into, then only it will result in lower. Both are lower bound. Clear? Okay. Next, let us find lower and upper bounds for each of the numbers. And how do we find? See here. Starting with 100. Now, what should I subtract and add to get lower and upper bound? How do I decide that? Based on this one. See. It's correct to the nearest two significant figures. That means earlier there were 3 which got corrected to 2 significant figures. So now you should make it back to 3 significant figures. Clear? And how do you do that? See here. To make this to 3 significant figures, here it has to be 5. Accepted? Yes. So to get 5 over here, I should add 5. So whenever I am adding 5, I should also subtract 5. I get 95. Clear? Now the next number is 4.5. Even this also corrected to the nearest two significant figures. That means earlier there were 3, it got corrected to 2 significant figures. So now you should make it back to 3 significant figures. And how do you do that? See here. Here you should get 5. Then only it becomes 3 significant figures. Now to get 5 over here, I should add 0.05. So whatever I am adding, I should also subtract. So when I subtract, I get 4.45. Clear? Now the next number is 6.0. Even this is also corrected to nearest two significant figures. That means earlier there were 3, it got rounded to 2. So now you should make it back to 3 significant figures. And how do I do that? See here. To make it back to 3 significant figures, here it should be 5. So to get 5 here, add 0.05. So whenever you are adding, subtract the same thing. So now what we get? We get 5.95. Clear? Okay. Now replace the values here. So lower bound of 100 is 95 by upper bound of 4.5 is 4.55 into upper bound of 6.0 is 6.05. Now put this entire thing at once in calculator. You get the answer to be 3.45. Okay, now the next one. Take upper bound of 100 is 105 by lower bound of 4.5 is 4.45 into lower bound of 6.0 is 5.95. Now put this in the calculator. You get the answer to be 3.97. Thus, this is the upper bound and this is the lower bound. Is the sum clear? Okay.